Hi there, I'm Sian Holderness, and welcome to Health Unravelled. I'm a nutritionist, counsellor, and eating psychology coach, and in my almost decade of experience in the health industry, have seen far too many women and men become consumed with weight loss, only to end up yo-yo dieting with disordered eating patterns and impinge and restrict cycles. This just breaks my heart, so I'm here to unravel everything you thought you knew about health and yourself, to help you start putting the pieces of the puzzle together and begin the process of aligning your mind, body, and soul, creating a happier, healthier you. So let's dive straight in. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Health Unravelled. I'm so excited to have you here. Whether you have been listening to me since the beginning or you are brand new, welcome. I can't believe I am coming up to, this is the 21st episode, which means that I've been recording for, I think that's about 5 months now. Time just flies so quickly. But every episode I start with, or almost every episode, I start with a card reading, and I sit here prior to recording and I choose which oracle card deck I'm going to use, and I ask the universe, what is it that you need to hear? What is it that I need to provide for you? And I do that as I shuffle the cards, and I will then draw one. And the one I drew today was Eternal Dance, Movement, Wheel of Life, the Path of Least Resistance. The lady featured on this card feels completely at one with nature. She is in tune with the rhythm of the earth and her changing cycles. She does not resist the forces of nature, but moves gracefully with the wind. Yet, though her body sways with the wind, she is not swayed from her path, for her feet are firmly planted in the earth. She remains poised, dignified, and balanced. She has shown up in your reading today to help you loosen up and feel the rhythm of life. You'll benefit greatly if you allow yourself to be a little more flexible. Be open to new ideas. Accept that it is natural for things to change. Do not resist life's natural flow. If the path you are on seems to be all uphill, then find another way. There are many ways to get to where you want to go, so find the way that offers the least resistance. Life does not need to be as difficult as you're making it. It is often easier to dance your way through rather than push your way through. Try it. And the affirmation that comes with this says, I accept change and embrace the new possibilities it brings. I'm flexible and open to new ideas. I create pleasure in my life. I look at life from a balanced perspective. I celebrate life and dance my way through it. How beautiful. How beautiful. Now, like last week, I am sitting on my beautiful chair, looking out the window, watching the rain because it's raining today. And you might hear that in the background. I don't know. But I feel comfortable as I sit here and record this. And that will make for a better episode for you, right? Now, in the past couple of episodes, I've mentioned pillars of health and health foundations, and it's something that I'm teaching a lot of. And the way this came about was because I've seen so many clients over the years who can do the things when they're motivated. So when they're motivated, when they're in a 6-week challenge, when they're being strict on themselves, they can eat well and they can exercise. However, outside of that, then it's a completely different story. So as soon as the motivation drops, those health pillars, those health foundations, they've disappeared. And I think I mentioned last week, but the children's song, like, the wise man built his house upon the rocks, right? And it stood firm. If you build your future on shaky foundations, it can all collapse in a moment. Just the slightest disadvantage or negative experience or bit of stress, and it will throw you straight back down again. Whereas if you can create really, really solid health foundations, if you can build your future upon solid foundations of health, then you're going to be able to maintain that no matter what comes your way relatively consistently. And this is how you break the all or nothing mindset, right? If you can create health foundations, you can take away the all or nothing mindset. It doesn't have to be that way. That's hard. There's a lot of resistance there. And I've spoken to some clients just recently in a masterclass that I held over in Self Honor School, which, by the way, you can join. It's completely free. And I hold all my masterclasses in there. There's a heap of awesome content and worksheets and everything. So the link is in the show notes. I'd love for you to be there. Love to see your face. Now, I forgot where I was saying. It'll come to me. That's right. I was speaking to a lot of clients in the last masterclass I held, and it was around self-sabotage and understanding the way our brain thinks the way it does. And I explained to them, like, you know, how many years do we go around and around in this self-sabotage cycle, and the all or nothing mindset is like a part of that, right? It's a part of that self-sabotage. How many years do we spend going round and round and round trying to do the same thing, but expecting different results? You know, what if instead I've broken down health foundations into 6 pillars that I touched on in last week's episode? What if we spent 1 month trying to nail one of those health foundations, and then the next month mastering the next, and so on and so forth? In 6 months, you can completely transform your health and the way that you will be doing all the things that your mind, body, and soul need you to do to be a generally healthy person, like holistically. So not perfectly, but if you can do those things are going to mean that you're going to have better health and maintain better health than anything else you could possibly do. And I'll go through the 6 pillars of health in case you missed last week's episode. But the 6 pillars of health are: 1, eating enough protein. Everything vital in our body is made up of protein, so we definitely need it. Most people know protein just as helping your muscles grow, and that's not the case. Protein actually is made up of amino acids, and some of these amino acids that we need are essential, which means that we have to get them from our diet because they are essential for our health. Now, the other one is eating your fruits and vegetables. In food, like, we could go into it deeper, but what I focused on are the 2 things, protein and fruits and vegetables, that a majority of people I speak to are really, really lacking in. Over the last decade of working with clients, I have seen over and over and over again that protein and fruits and vegetables are the things lacking. They're missing. They're low. You know, carbs and fats most people are getting in. Okay, maybe not always ideal sources, but at least they're there. So with eating enough protein, getting enough fruits and vegetables in, that means that we're going to be more effectively having better fiber intake, more micronutrients. You're going to be filling yourself with food that satisfies you, as in keeps you nice and full for long periods of time, rather than eating high energy foods that don't fill you, which can create an accidental overconsumption of caloric energy. So if we can do those 2 things in terms of our food, eat enough protein, eat enough fruits and vegetables. So enough protein being 1 to 2 grams per kilo body weight, and enough fruits and vegetables being 1 to 2 serves of fruit and 3 to 5 serves of vegetables. And the next one is drinking enough water. Again, something that a lot of people really, really, really struggle with. So generally we're looking at around about 2 liters, give or take, depending on who you are, what you do, and your occupation, and so on. From there, the other part is getting enough sleep. Prioritizing your sleep is so essential. Our body needs that rest and recovery to recover, to repair, to heal. And reductions in sleep have been shown to actually muck around with the hormones that make you feel full and satisfied. So they can actually disrupt those, meaning that you're more likely to be hungry if you haven't slept, and therefore more likely to overconsume in caloric energy. So sleep is very, very important. I don't know about you, but I'm not a fun person to be around if I hadn't had enough sleep. The next one from there is movement. Now, this is another one of those things that people can do when they're being good. And as I said, being good, I had like air quotations going on. If you're being good, then most people can exercise, but can you consistently move? And notice how I say movement, not exercise or training. Movement, because movement can be anything, but it is movement. It is moving our body that improves our health. There's no one way of moving. It can be different for every single person. But can you do that when you have no motivation? Can you do that without a challenge, without a coach, without a training program? Can you move your body? And if not, why not? Is it because you haven't found things you enjoy? Is it because you're trying to do something you don't want to do? Is it because perhaps you're not looking outside the box? Movement, like I said, it's not just going to the gym and lifting some weights or running on a treadmill. For me right now, movement is walks in the morning or going to the gym, because I enjoy that personally, but it doesn't mean that you have to. And I do a lot of yin and restorative yoga, which is really slow and meditative. And those things help me move my body. So finding movement that you love and enjoy and that just gets your body moving is one of those pillars. And the final one is mindfulness. And again, this is something that a lot of people lack, but it's actually an essential skill to be able to manage our stress levels, our emotions, our awareness over what we're feeling and what we need. Our ability to be present in the moment and make those conscious decisions is absolutely essential. So I'll just do a quick recap. The pillars of health are protein, fruits and vegetables, water, sleep, movement, and mindfulness. Now, if you can spend 6 months just working on one of these at a time and implementing it into your life, not perfectly, but consistently, finding ways to do that you actually enjoy. So finding meals that you enjoy and recipes that you enjoy, and maybe menu plans that you enjoy that can include those things. Finding movement that you enjoy. Drinking water in a way that you enjoy. Do you like it cold? Do you like it warm? Do you like it in a herbal tea? Or an infusion, like finding ways that you enjoy it. And same with meditation and mindfulness, finding ways that you can add it into your day that you enjoy, that benefit you. If you can do this, I guarantee you that your life will completely transform. And from there, if you still decide I want to lose weight, then that's fine. It's so much easier if you have those solid foundations behind you. But if you're trying to be healthier, but then you're using your weight as a lost my word there. I'm human. You'll see me do that quite a bit. And I really try my best not to edit this unless like a car comes down the street or the postman comes and the dog barks at the postman. I try not to edit these at all. It's pretty much just me in my natural form. If you're using your weight to determine your success rather than factors that show that you're increasing your health or health promoting behaviors, and you're not losing weight, then it's going to be really hard to become healthier. If you're using weight to determine whether you're healthier or not, because that's not how that works. Losing weight does not determine in any way, shape, or form that you are actually improving your health. However, applying health promoting behaviors and working on how to create them in your life in a way that you enjoy will improve your health. And this is where this part is so important. If you can do this, if you can spend 6 months not focusing on weight loss or body composition, and instead spend 6 months building solid health foundations, then you can sit and reassess and see where you want to go. Perhaps after doing that, you may actually find that you have achieved what you set out to achieve. Perhaps your energy is better. Perhaps you feel more confident because you're looking after yourself better and you're enjoying the things that you're doing. Perhaps your skin is clearer. Perhaps your hair is more luscious. Perhaps you have lost weight anyway by adding those things in. The options are endless, but what I do know is that adding health promoting behaviors in will improve your health. So until next time. If you loved this episode, please let me know by leaving me a review or sharing this with your friends. It's so important for me to get this information out to those that need to hear it. So your feedback means the absolute world to me. And also, if you have any topic requests, hit me up with them too.